My front porch is looking so tired and needs a summer refresh. So I'm going to take you along and I'm going to show you how I am going to clean it up and revamp this space. Even the mat is gross. There's cobwebs, there's dirt left over from the winter season, and it really needs to be cleaned up. I'm just going to be removing everything off of the front porch. I have to be very careful with some of this stuff. The pot is quite heavy. This bench here was starting to fall apart, so I need to fix that. And then this chair here too, it has seen better days, but I really like the old chippy paint finish on it, but it was starting to fall apart. You can see all the grime here that's left over from the winter season. Even under the mat, it was just gross, and I hadn't cleaned it up yet from last fall. So I'm just gonna hose it down. I'm being careful with how much water I am using at this point. So I'm just trying to get off the grime off the wall and then just remove some of that dirt. Now, I do have allergies, so I couldn't sweep this up. That's why I chose to use water. So I'm going to allow this all to dry, and I'm going to be taking you inside and showing you this piece of wood here. It's an old wood plank, and I'm going to turn this into a welcome sign. I'm here in Cricut Design Space. I've created my own template here. And I'm going to be creating a welcome sign. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while. So in the text box, I made the font about 340 in size. And then all I did was start text, and I'll type a letter, hit the word enter, type the next letter, enter. I'm using the font Hayride for this. This is part of the Cricut Access subscription. I also wanted to shrink down the space in between each letter, so I went -2. And then I'm adjusting the width and the length of my word as well by unlocking the sizing, and then I'm going to just choose the sizing according to the size of my wood plank. So I wanted this to be in the middle, and I'm leaving enough space at the top and the bottom so I can add a little decorative element as well. So I'm just going to hide the one welcome because I only need one. I'm going to save it, save as needed. And then I'm going to go over to my device, and I will be using the Cricut Joy to create a stencil. So I like to do all my work on my computer, and then I'd like to switch over to my device so then I can work on a large workspace as needed anywhere in my house, and it's so easy just to use an app on my device. I'm using some stencil here for the Cricut Joy, and it is a smart product, so I do not need any mat. And the beauty of this is that you can create as long of a stencil as needed. So this was an awesome little tool to have on hand. So I'm just going to cut this down now. It cut beautifully. And you can see it's really curling up on me. So I'm using some painter's tape, and I'm going to add a little bit to the top, and I'm going to secure this down really well to the counter. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. I'm going to flatten it right out, and then that'll make it a whole lot easier for me to weed. I decided I want to also just save some of these letters. I thought, well, maybe I could reuse them. I'm not sure if I will or not, but I put them on this craft mat that I picked up from Dollar Tree, and we'll see if I'm able to use these at a later date. So I am only removing the letters. There you can see that there's white space because that's where my paint's going to go. Here with the O, I made sure that the blue circle is left in the middle. Now I'm going to use some transfer tape. I am using the Cricut Joy transfer tape because it's the exact width that I need for this project. So I'm just going to slowly work my way and attach the transfer tape to my stencil. I did remove the tape off of the top there, put my stencil into place, and then put the tape back on. Again, I'm trying to prevent the stencil from curling up on me, so having that painter's tape really works well. I'm just using my scraper tool to apply the transfer tape all the way down to the end of my stencil. I'm going to go in and then burnish it with my scraping tool, and I decided to trim off the edge here. I just felt like it would just help me to get my stencil centered on the wood plank more easily. I'm going to start to remove the stencil with the transfer paper here. If you find that any of it starts to lift, just go ahead and go in with your scraper tool and burnish it again. And that will just help you to lift it. I am being quite careful. I'm not pulling too hard or too fast. And then I am also going to just lift this here. I decided before I pulled it all off, I'm like, I should probably put this in place. So I am just going to, again, just tape the one end on. And then I'm going to slowly attach my stencil here, folding back the backing of this stencil underneath. You saw me doing right there. And then I put it on. You can just eyeball this and just put it into place if you'd like. But I found it a little bit easier if I slowly removed the backing and then put it straight onto the wood plank like you see me right here. So I will have this project for you in the Cricut Design space. I will have that link down in the video description if you want to use this welcome stencil design. I've got it all ready for you to go. So all you have to do is just go in and customize it as needed. All right, so I am now going to burnish my stencil onto the wood and making sure I am really pressing hard around each letter. And now I'm going to slowly peel back the transfer paper. Now, I went very slowly because I did find that the stencil was lifting just a little bit. And I think it's just because of the texture of my board. It is an old weather board. And I noticed that some of the wood was lifting in a few spots on the transfer paper here. So I was just being very careful to make sure all my stencil stays in place. Once removed, I'm going around each letter and burnishing it really well. So I don't want paint to be leaking or seeping underneath. And then I'm going to smooth out some of those bubbles here with my brayer and my scraper tool as needed as well. So this one side, the stencil are cut really close to the edge. So I'm just going to add some painter's tape here and there. I don't want to accidentally get some paint over those edges in case I get a little carried away. I am using some Deco Art patio paint. It's an outdoor paint. I'm just using the color white, using a stiff bristled brush, and I'm going to just pounce it all around in the letter. And I go over it twice and it created a really rustic look. I actually found that this paint worked really, really well. So I'm going to just go ahead and apply the paint. And then I'm going to go in and start to remove the stencil. Now, at this point, I discovered that some of the wood was lifting, and I think it was because the wood absorbed the moisture and caused the wood to lift. So I'm just taking my weeding tool and I'm going underneath the edge of my letters, and I'm just going to loosen the stencil, and that actually prevented the wood from peeling up where all the paint was. It really did the trick. It just kind of released it somehow. And so I did that. I went around each one. Yeah, it was a little bit time consuming, but I will say it was worth it. I also cut off any excess stencil as I went along, and then I just continued to work all the way up until I had it all removed. Again, I was just being very careful with how quickly I was removing the stencil. So it's all done and dry. I'm going to add my jute twine for that decorative element. You can dress it up any way you like. You could use some really nice chunky jute twine. That would be nice, and add some embellishments like some tin decorative elements, whatever you have. I wanted to keep mine simple, so I just added some jute twine around the bottom and the top, and I just tied it off in a simple knot. Believe it or not, this was actually the first time I've used this stencil product and done a project like this, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. Again, like I mentioned before, I've been wanting to do this for quite a while. I had this piece of wood saved for quite a while, and now I am ready to decorate my front porch. It's all nice and clean. I put the base elements back into place. I've got these beautiful plants that I picked up. I'm going to test out how well they work. I've got this planter here that I did up. I'll have the video link down below, along with this birch bark covered pot as well. I stuffed all those plants into place, put the mat into place as well, and I'm going to start to decorate a few other things. I have this empty pot here And I'm gonna fill that up with some faux foliage and flowers. And the reason being is because last year, some deer actually came up right to my front door here and ate my living plants. So I thought I'm gonna just mix the two up here, some real and some artificial, in case that happens again. The deer came right up and ate my begonia last year. They made a real mess too. So I'm like, well, at least I'll have some decorative element. So I'm gonna add some other little pieces, some natural elements, some other little pieces that I have, this cute gnome. I've kind of drifted away from making gnomes and including gnomes in my decor, but I love this little guy as a little welcoming, friendly guy for my front door. I made this cute little simple wreath. I'll put that on the door here, just as a really fun little touch. And I have to say, I think it looks so much better. It looks so clean. I also changed out the light bulb. I had this really bright, kind of ugly looking light bulb, and I replaced it with an amber light. And I have to say, I think it looks so much better. It's not so bright and garish. It is such a nice and warm, welcoming touch. I have this playlist here for you to check out if you're looking for some more outdoor decor inspiration. Let me know what your favorite part of my front porch is by leaving me a comment down below. I thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate each and every one of you. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.